In this episode of the Jon Jon Happy Hour, we welcome back one of my favorite segments, Shit That I Heard This Week. I let you in on the poll results from JJHH 8, and we chat about last week's ASMR game. It's time for episode 9. Let's do this.
Recording live from the Jon Jon & Company studio in Denver, Colorado, the Jon Jon Happy Hour. Now here's your host, the friend you didn't know you needed, Jon Jon Lannen.
Hi! Oh my god, I didn't even show you guys my face. 1 second. Hi guys, and welcome to the Jon Jon Happy Hour. I knew I was forgetting a vital piece to my intro. So welcome back, folks, to the most inconsistent show on the internet since 2008, the Jon Jon Happy Hour. Folks, as a reminder, the Jon Jon Happy Hour is right here on Twitch TV every Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Well, 5:05. So that you guys have like time to enter and all that fun stuff. So for those of you guys who are returning, welcome back. Those of you newly joining our shows, of course, welcome to the show. I also want to welcome those fine listeners hearing this podcast on podcasting platforms after the fact, along with the viewers on YouTube. Hi. As you guys know, after this publishes on Twitch, later we put it on the podcast platforms along with YouTube. Thank you. Oh my god. So we are going to oh my god, there's multiple people in the chat. You see this intel? I couldn't do the show without you guys. So give me 2 seconds and you will see my face very, very soon. Oh my, you see the risks of live television on Twitch TV. Oh my god. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, to the Jon Jon Happy Hour right here on Twitch TV, where you can actually see me. Hello. So like I said, we bring this show to you every single Sunday live, and sometimes it takes us a few minutes to see one another. Good work in the chat, Sam and Jeanette. That's right. Must be jelly because jam don't shake. Let's get right into the show, folks. It is time for shout outs. Everybody scream. Eee. Oh, my word. I want today's shout out to go to one of my good friends, Chris. That's you, Mr. Chris Parente. He's one of my good Judies. I've been knowing her for years. He's also a news anchor, so he's the one keeping us informed in this unsure climate and all that fun stuff. So thank you very much. And of course, he's been checking in on me as a pal, so I very much appreciate that. Oh my God. And the next shout out goes to my girl, Sam. Hey, Sam. So Sam and I actually got together for Digital DragCon, which I will get into a little bit later. But we got together on my Discord channel. We were chatting on there, and then she got me into this app called House Party. So we partied on there with some new friends, some old friends, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so shout out goes to you, Miss Sam, and Mr. Chris. Boom. Oh my word. As always, folks, you guys can keep the conversation going on right here in the Twitch channel chat or with hashtag JJHH all over social media. And while you are there, make sure to follow me at Jon Jon Lannen. Oh, yes. There we can interact, of course, be pals, and you can even vote on show segments. Now, last week, folks, oh my word, that was a mouthful. So last week, folks, we played, of course, our favorite game, and you guys know what the game is.
The ASMR game.
Oh, so crisp and clear, Darth Vader. Now, I meant to mention something as I went off camera last week. So 2 weeks ago, I revealed that I was eating something. And in episode 8, I revealed that it was a Duplo bar. Someone in the chat asked, what was a Duplo bar? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to explain it. And then I never explain it. So we're going to explain it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, who can see me on the Twitch channel chat. This is a Duplo bar, Ferrero Duplo. Now, I would read you guys the ingredients, but they are in different language. It is in a different language. But I believe what is in here, look, for journalism, I will go ahead and get into this. Okay, here's what it looks like, you see? Oh, my word. A little dusty. That's the Rona, okay? And it's like a chocolate wafer and hazelnut, girl. So, now you know. what a Duplo bar is. Oh my word. Now last week, in, of course, the
ASMR game.
Yes, that is very good. It's going to be really hard for me not to eat that for the entire show. It's like just staring at me right there. Now, in the ASMR game last week, I, of course, was noshing on something, and there were some good guesses in the chat along with Twitter. But this was last week's ASMR game. You guys ready for the clip? Here we go.
Okay. Oh, my word, that's quite the cellophane wrapper. I'm doing a little dance around my teeth so you know it's a hard piece of something.
Okay, girl.
Okay. Zesty flavor, I must say. Okay. Traditionally, you don't chew on one of these. Oh, look at my hand, just getting all, getting all gay over here on you guys. Typically, you would not chew on it, but in this case, you would.
All right, so that was last week's
ASMR game.
Girl, Vader, know your cue, girl. Shit, that took her forever. She's all. So, okay, so we had another guest here in live on the chat here on Sunday show, which was a sucker. I don't know if that was a guest for the ASMR game or if you are clocking me. That's shade, folks. Okay, I know she's not shading me. I'm just kidding. Meow. Okay, so last week on the Twitter poll, I asked on my Twitter, at Jon Jon Lannen. Oh, yes, kind of nailed it, at Jon Jon Lannen. Okay, and I asked, after listening to this, what do you think that I was eating? Now, the best part is I wrote that question on my Twitter in third person. What do you think Jon Jon was eating? And with a whopping 36%, Jolly Ranchers. Okay. Tied at 36% was a guess that I believe my brother made last week, which was Werther's Original. 36. At 21% was a Tootsie Pop. Goes good with the sucker guess. And at an astonishing 7%, simply a mint. Now, the guesses are in, and I know you have all been having a tough time sleeping this week, not knowing what I was eating in the
ASMR game.
The build-up is just so good, it makes you want it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was eating, at 7%, a mint. A mint. Wow. So that was on the poll on my Twitter, at Jon Jon Lannen. But yeah, so I couldn't believe it. So honestly, I thought it was really obvious that it was a mint. I don't know that my zesty comment really assisted anyone in anything, but it was a mint. I will tell you, it was not a cinnamon mint. Okay, cinnamon. Also, there could be a drag queen right now, Cinnamon, aka Omar, who could be listening to the podcast right now. And if you are Cinnamon, just can I get a witness? Whoop whoop. Go Cinnamon. Here we go. So now we are going to play this week's
ASMR game.
Okay, Vader. Shoot. So I'm going to go off camera. And actually, I want to show you guys this. Check this out on the Twitch stream. Look, I got myself a JonJonLannen.com face mask. Let's stay safe. Boo, 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 boo. So I might try to eat this. Nope, that's not going to work. I was going to try to eat the food with the face mask, but folks, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to just simply move myself off of the camera. Okay, so it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for
ASMR game.
Here we go. Moving right along over here in the corner. Remember how we started this stream and none of you guys could? I'm so dumb. Okay, so here we go, the ASMR game. Oh, wow, it's like a thunder rumbling. Okay, I'm hitting it on my mic, which is, anyone technical is probably horrified. Okay, and now I'm going to shove Chew in my mouth. Here we go. First crunchy, then chewy. For good measure, let's do more, huh? Hopefully I didn't just show you guys on the on the screen. Double up. All right. My palate. Okay. Oh my word. Sorry, I've just almost destroyed my entire office area. So that, folks, was
The ASMR game.
Aren't you guys so curious what I was eating? Well, you guys probably saw. And for those of you guys watching, Much Bear. That's right. Very good bag of chips reference. Much Bear. Bag of Chips is a hilarious drag name, and she is a queen on RuPaul's Drag Race UK, and she has this hilarious little segment where she says, Much Bear. And so... Much Bear. Yeah, so there's that. If you guys did see the bag, and you guys are such... and you guys know what this is, comment what it is. Release it! Right? This could be a spoiler alert. This is all fun and games. Saw it. Well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the
ASMR game.
Oh my goodness. Folks, where did the bell go? The bell's right here. This is quite the shit show today, folks. All right. Now, I will reveal the answer, of course, to that game on my Twitter. And, of course, you guys can find my Twitter at Jon Jon Lannen. That's right. So let's keep this party going, okay? Remember, you can keep that party going at hashtag JJHH all over social media. Hi, Omar and Sam. Now, I'm really excited for our final segment of the show. It really needs no intro. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for...
Shit that I heard this week. Shit that I heard this week.
So good. Thank you, Not Akon, for that exclusive segment. So last week's show was a blast. We talked about a ton of different things, and there were some polls that I had put up, and we got some really good responses to them. Now, we talked the effects of COVID-19, okay? Thank you. Go with the flow, sis. That's what we doing, okay? That's what we doing up in here. Now, I asked on Twitter, of course, do you know any people directly impacted by the pandemic? And a whopping 60% of you guys said yay, that you do know someone impacted by it. And 40% of you said nay. Now, I think that is a really interesting, first of all, poll to take, because I was really curious, because I've heard left and right some people being really, really tremendously impacted by it. And I mean that from a couple different standpoints. Health, money, etc. Okay. And then, of course, I've heard a lot of people who are remaining at work who are still healthy and, knock on wood, that they haven't caught this thing. Now, I just think that's really interesting. Let me know in the chat, of course, and you guys can, of course, tweet me. And let me know if this has affected you. I am quite curious. But according to our poll, we had 60 to 40. So that was about half-half. Woo, they say the audience. Now, last week I also shared with you guys that 11 states in our union have legalized recreational cannabis and consumption, and 33 of our states have medical marijuana programs. Okay. Now, we were also celebrating because it was 420, the actual holiday. Now, I asked a poll on Twitter. We talked about it here, and I asked on Twitter. Now, do you think the state should allow legal consumption of cannabis in a public place like a park for 420? Dun, dun, dun. 82% of you said yay. Phew. And 18% of you said nay. So I did think it was really interesting that there was people in my social circle, if you will, who are saying nay, that they should not allow public consumption of marijuana in a public place, which I think is really, really interesting. Of course, we're talking about the celebration in the event that there wouldn't be like a COVID-19 situation happening, because obviously right now we should all be safe and all up in our homes. Oh, okay. So that's that. I think, I told you guys last week, I think it's totally cool if you guys do it in a contained space in a public area, because I think if it is legal, I think you should be able to do it, right? Similar to alcohol. If you guys are able to drink, you can do it in some places publicly. And on the streets in Vegas, holler! I wonder. Let me know. I don't know if you can smoke the weeds up in the streets of Vegas, but I'm quite curious. Let me know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have 5 seconds now for a spoiler alert, because you guys have, like I said, I'm going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race here in a few minutes. So you guys now have 5 seconds to GTFO.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God! So that was your time. So if you guys are listening later or watching, please exit the premises. So RuPaul's Drag Race, of course, is happening right now with season number 12. Now, we have had a grip of eliminated queens. Those queens include Dahlia Sin, Rock'em Sakura, Nikki Doll, Aiden Zane, Britta Filter, hilarious name, Jan Sport, also hilarious name, Widow Von Du, and that is all. Now, this last week's episode was really, really fun. That premiered this last Friday on May 1st, and they did something really fun. They actually redid Superfans. So these fans came in thinking they're going to be in the audience for like a comedy bit. I'm from Minnesota. And they actually were surprised by having queens completely make them over. So this was one of the first and few times that you've seen ab fab, which is what some call hyper queens, which are cis biological women who are dressing up as drag queens. So that was really, really quite lovely to see. And as I mentioned, this is a spoiler alert. So I want to let you guys know on that episode, okay, nobody went home. It's true. So the remaining queens, of course, are Jackie Cox, Gigi Good, Jada Essence Hall, Crystal Method, Heidi N. Closet, and Sherry Pie, who, of course, is disqualified from the competition. And then right after that, VH1 was actually premiering that other show I talked a couple weeks ago about, which was RuPaul's Secret Celebrity Drag Race. So 2 episodes have premiered so far on VH1. Now, the premise of the show is they're celebrities. Well, kind of. And then they're mentored by former contestants. Okay. Now, then the person who wins, of course, gets the funds for charity. So we speculated that a couple weeks ago. But let's talk. So the first episode premiered April 24th. Okay, directly following Drag Race. The mentors of that show included Monet Exchange, very funny, Trixie Mattel, and Bob the Drag Queen. And the secret celebrities, I didn't really know these folks, but they were Jordan Connor, Jermaine Fowler, and Nico Tortorella. I think Nico Tortorella has been on a show. Let me know, but I'm not sure who those folks are. So that episode actually got a lot of grief online. You guys can actually check it out. It's hashtag Drag Race. People were not happy with it, or hashtag Celeb Drag Race, because they just didn't recognize these people, and they felt like the queens had more clout than the celebrities. But then episode 2 happened. That, of course, aired, like I said, Friday, May 1st, after this last episode of RuPaul's regular Drag Race. Straight people, I am so sorry for this. I'm sure it is very, very confusing. Because, of course, there's RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, Celebrity Drag Race, so RuPaul's Drag Race UK, and, of course, RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked. So keep up, bitch. Just kidding. The audience liked that. They liked that. So the mentors of Friday's show included Asia O'Hara, Alyssa Edwards, and Trinity the Tuck Taylor. And the secret celebrities were Tammy Roman from Basketball Wives, Lonnie Love it, and of course Vanessa Williams. So listen, I thought when I saw Vanessa Williams walk in, I was DJ Khaled. No, I was stoked because, like I said last week, there was I should not be calling someone not a celebrity, right? So there's that. Shout out in the chat, of course. I see Mark, I see Omar, I see Elise, I see Sam, I see Cindy, my mom, and I see a whole bunch of other people in there. So what's up? But like I said, I thought that was really, really fun. Lonnie Love, if you guys remember, she did like the I Love the 80s, I Love the 90s series back in the day on VH1, and now she's on The Talk. So it was really cool to see her. The person who took that one without question was Vanessa Williams, who slayed the game. It was really, really awesome. Last but not least, on the subject of RuPaul's Drag Race is, of course, RuPaul's Digital DragCon. So, as you guys know, I've been covering RuPaul's DragCon I've now covered 4 DragCons over the course of 3 years. And this year, the annual DragCon held in Los Angeles went digital. That's right. The RuPaul's Digital DragCon is what it was named, live on YouTube. Now, as you can see, there are some very boisterous opinions about RuPaul's Digital DragCon, such as trash, which I'm going to agree with. Despite, I think, them showing their very best efforts in the digital forum for DragCon and Drag Race, seeing as an organization like VH1 is behind the series now, I do think they could have had a little bit more funding backed with the show, and a little bit of more preparation. It was a lot of like hodgepodgey stuff, and the thing that I always think about is, especially in this time, right? Listen, I get people are tired and exhausted, but if we're going to do a show such as the Jon Jon Happy Hour, it either has to be live and have its hiccups, right? Like this show. But I mean that sincerely, right? If you're doing it live, you run the risk of knowing the product is imperfect. Fair. Now, if you're preparing something, things like my YouTube and other more put together podcasts, I'm going to prepare and put a little bit more production value into that. But you guys are going to know you're not watching that live, right? So I had a really hard time battling with that, specifically watching Digital DragCon, because there was a lot of things that seemed to have been pre-recorded, but just didn't nail it. And if it was pre-recorded, why not just use like a really solid music video that you've actually put production in? Just saying. Listen, I don't know how to do this thing on the internet. I'm simply streaming, one of my podcasts once a week here on Twitch TV, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every single Sunday. But I am fascinated that we're in this day and age. In case you hear some background noise, I'm alone in my home. Don't come murdery. This is live, but my neighbors are actually throwing a barbecue, which I think is really, really interesting. There's like 10 or 20 people out there literally barbecuing with themselves. So that is not a sound effect in case you hear crowd chattering. And of course, I'm just staring like the crazy neighbor through my blinds. Like, I see you. I see you not social distancing, putting me at risk. Wow. Sam, you all right? Wow. These people. I swear to the Lord. Last thing that I also mentioned about Digital DragCon to one of my friends, and I want to mention to you guys here today, is think about how funny, like if you're doing like a performance or you're like singing live. Think about like what their pets are looking at them like. Because I think about like if I was doing like a ballad here in this song, my fucking pets would be like, girl, what the fuck are you singing into the iPad for? And there was a lot of that stuff happening for Digital DragCon. But more power to these people, right? Go you guys for putting it out there. And so that's fun. Now the idiot neighbors, bless. They certainly don't like social distancing. I have not seen one of these folks with masks. So let's drag them. Let's drag these fucking strangers. No, just kidding. Follow me at Jon Jon Lannen on Twitter. Now, I want to ask you guys, RuPaul's Drag Race has really been going mainstream lately. Okay. And I am curious. I'm an OG. I would call myself a RuPaul's Drag Race historian. My family can attest. I would be, in our basement watching the show. Ever since season 1, I was just obsessed. And I'm curious. Let's go ahead and ask on Twitter at Jon Jon Lannen. Okay. Have you ever seen an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race? The options are going to be yay, nay, and what the heck is that? Okay, so you have 3 options. Let me know in the chat here as well. I see some fans of the show, of course. I do see some comments backing up on the subject of performing in front of your animals. Looks like Elisa's cat Mia would try to sing too. Actually, that's true. Mia was on a live chat yesterday with us during Digital DragCon, and she was quite the vocal queen. Yes. You should definitely share a picture of Mia using hashtag JJHH so people can see Mia. Okay. And I love that her name is Mia, like meow. Hey, meow. I know. I'm sorry, too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was...
Shit that I heard this
It was a really interesting week in news. But with that being said, folks, that actually brings us to the close of the Jon Jon Happy Hour. Remember, you guys can join me here live every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You guys can also get engaged in the conversation at hashtag JJHH. Remember, I post new videos every Saturday at 10 a.m. and then I stream here on Sundays. You can learn more at JonJonLannen.com. Join my Patreon, and let's have some fun. I love you all. Until next time, ta-ta!